Dad? Why aren't you home yet? Everyone's been waiting for you at home. It's me and my husband, your grandparents, your friends, Mom, and, of course, the hostess of today's party, my mom!
Wait for me? What's the rush? Why is everyone gathering at our house? Is something special happening today?
Are you kidding me? Have you seriously forgotten? Today is your silver wedding anniversary. We made a plan last week to throw a huge celebration for this important milestone. How can you act like you don't remember anything?
Oh no! Is it today? I thought it was tomorrow. What am I going to do now? I have a dinner date with a business partner, and I can't cancel it. I haven't even bought a gift for your mom yet. Can't we reschedule the event for tomorrow?
Dad, are you serious? Everyone's already here. I even hired a 5-star chef to serve food, and you want to reschedule it for tomorrow? And guess what? Tomorrow my husband and I are visiting his parents for 2 weeks. But meeting clients after work hours? Haven't you ever entertained clients this late before?
I know. This client is incredibly difficult. If I don't meet her, she'll be furious with me. Can we please reschedule the anniversary celebration for another day? I promise I'll make it up to Mom with a special gift at the next party. I'll even buy her 2 expensive and fancy gifts.
Dad, you said the same thing on Mom's birthday last month. And what happened? You didn't keep your promise, did you? If you didn't want to celebrate this anniversary, you should have said so from the start. Did you really have to disappoint Mom by making her wait eagerly, only to vanish like this?
That's not what I meant. I genuinely want to find a balance. I'm talking about managing the expectations of 2 women is so difficult.
2 women. Is that what it's come down to, Dad?
Of course I'm referring to your mother and that female client. Who could I talk about anymore?
I don't want to hear any excuse from you, Dad. All I wanted to ask was if you could come home with everyone today. I understand work is important, but isn't today also an important day for Mom? Can't you find another coworker to do that for you?
I know, but I promise I'll try my best to finish my work as soon as possible and come home to celebrate with your mother. She deserves a special day, and I don't want to let her down.
I hope you mean it, Dad. Mom deserves all the love and appreciation in the world. We're all waiting for you to come home and join the celebration. Please don't disappoint her again.
I won't, Maria. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right. Just give me some time, and I'll be there. Thank you for reminding me of what truly matters.
Dad, do you have a moment? I need to talk to you.
Maria? Of course I have time. Are you finally willing to talk to me? I thought you would be angry at me forever.
Right now, the person you need to take care of is Mom. Do you have any idea how upset and disappointed she was when you didn't show up at the party where both of you were supposed to be the center of attention? It was meant to be a joyful celebration for her wedding anniversary party. But you...
I did my best to come back and join the party with everyone. Don't make it seem like I didn't make any effort. But do you have any suggestions on how I can make amends with your mother? It's been almost a week and she hasn't spoken to me or prepared my meals or clothes for work. I'm wearing a wrinkled shirt today.
Effort? Is that what you call showing up in the middle of the night? We waited for you, worried and anxious, and you arrived when the celebration was almost over. I called you countless times, but you kept ignoring me. How could you treat Mom and everyone else like that?
I know it was late, and I'm sorry for that. But you know how busy I've been with work lately? I don't have the time to cater to your mother's unfounded sulking anymore. If she would just do her duties as a wife properly, I wouldn't need to seek your help.
Busy with work? Is your work now named Janice? A 25-year-old hot chick who lives in the neighboring town and runs a small coffee shop near your office?
What? What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Oh, come on. Don't pretend anymore, Ross. I know everything. I've been following you and your mistress for the past week. Don't you find it strange that I know so much about her?
But why? How do you know about her? When did you find out? But I swear, everything is not as you thought. We're just friends.
I started to be suspicious about a week ago, on your wedding anniversary day. That day when my husband went to the neighboring town to pick up a cake from my friend's pastry shop. He said he accidentally saw you with a woman at a fancy restaurant across the street.
So what? She's my client, and we were just having business dinner, right?
Does a normal customer-employee relationship involve holding hands, hugging waists, and kissing on the cheek? Is that the kind of behavior you consider normal for a client?
No, Maria, you don't understand. It's not what you think. I would never betray your mother like that.
At first, I thought the same way. That's why I've been silent for a week, without questioning you, and I followed you and that girl. I wanted to find out everything before talking to you, even though I didn't want any of this to be true. But the truth truly shocked me.
What? You've been following me for a week? What have you seen? Maria, please listen to me. Things are not what they seem. At least, give me a chance to explain.
Okay, I found out that her coffee shop opened next to your office a year ago. And that's when you got to know her, right?
Yes, but I assure you that she and I are just friends. We confide in each other, nothing more, for a few months at first.
Friends confiding. Friends confiding but meeting every day and flirting with each other? What kind of friends need to go to a hotel to talk? I have so many friends and we never have to go to such lengths to have a conversation. Or are your friends the type who hold hands, hug each other in the street, and spend a lot of money on each other? Dad, let me remind you, I've been watching you for a week and I have evidence. Pictures of everything. What I'm asking for here is your sincerity and remorse.
I'm sorry. Have you told your mother about this?
No, I haven't told her yet. I wanted to talk to you first.
Thank you for keeping it from her, Maria. Just ask me anything. I promise to be honest.
No, Dad. I won't hide this ugly truth from Mom. I will wait for the right time to tell her, so she won't be too heartbroken. But why would you do this? How could you throw away 25 years of happiness with my mother to be with a girl that's even younger than your daughter?
Actually, it's not as happy as you think it is. I stopped loving your mother about 15 years ago. I've been living with her out of a sense of responsibility as a husband and father because I didn't want you to be hurt. Plus, she's a caring woman, always taking care of me. I feel at peace with her, but that's not love anymore. I'm just an ordinary man with a desire to find a woman who can give me passionate love. And Janice is that person. She's funny, cheerful, and indulgent, but she never raises her voice or scolds me like your mother. I've never felt this happy with your mother.
So, instead of working on your marriage, instead of communicating with Mom and trying to fix things, you chose to cheat? It turns out that you not only feel sorry for Mom, but also feel happy and fortunate for having an affair. Are you satisfied with this betrayal of yours?
Actually, if I say I'm not happy, then that would be a lie. Although I feel ashamed for sneaking behind your mother's back like this, all I'm doing is finding a soulmate to confide in and to do the things I've always wanted. Janice and I have only been together for a few months, but I've laughed more with her than I have with your mom in the past 15 years. That's why I don't regret being selfish for once and seeking happiness for myself.
What do you think of my mother then? Are you planning to continue betraying her while still indulging your affair with Janice?
Actually, I never intended to divorce your mother. I thought I could have a temporary affair with Janice to recapture some excitement in my life, and then cut ties with her and return to our family. But Janice became more than I anticipated. But I can't deny the passion and happiness she brings into my life, and I found myself indulging in this sinful love affair. Your mother may not ignite the same passion in me or be as captivating as Janice, but she's a caring woman who takes care of our home. I've been with her for so long that leaving her now would make me feel lost and incomplete. Plus, she's your mother, and you know how much I love you. So, I thought maybe I could have both of these women in my life. Can you understand where I'm coming from?
No, absolutely not. Don't use me as an excuse for your insatiable greed. Do you think you can live two lives simultaneously? Do you really believe you can be the wild, passionate lover while playing the role of an exemplary father and husband who genuinely cares for his family? It's not possible. You have to choose either this family or the love you're pursuing.
Maria, why do you have to make it so difficult for me? I just want to be happy.
I want my mother to have the happiness she deserves. She has sacrificed her youth, her efforts, and stood by your side for all these years. And now you only care about your own selfish happiness while expecting her to live a life of estrangement and endure your fake love? With all due respect, Ross, if you no longer want to be with my mother and you're incapable of making her happy, then have the decency to confess everything to her. Ask for her forgiveness and set her free so she can find genuine happiness.
What? Are you suggesting I divorce your mother? How can you even say that? Shouldn't you be begging me to end things with Janice and reconcile with our family? Don't you think it would be better for all three of us? I could have the two women I want the most, your mother could still have a husband, and you could maintain the picture-perfect family. Think about it, Maria.
That's enough, Ross. Don't utter another word about your despicable, selfish thoughts. Don't make me despise the father I once respected so deeply. Ever since this started, all you've cared about is your own feelings and desires, without considering the wishes of your mother or me. And now you have the audacity to claim it's the best outcome for this family?
Maria, please understand.
You know, Dad, let me tell you something you seem to have forgotten. Mom used to be just like Janice when she was young. She was full of life and optimism and had a spark that could light up any room. But years of shouldering the responsibilities of this family, while you focus solely on your work, have taken their toll on her. The weight of unfulfilled dreams and unmet expectations has transformed her into the grumpy wife you don't want to be with anymore.
Maria, I never asked her to give up her dreams. It was her choice to support our family and take care of the household.
Yes, it was her choice, but it was also influenced by her expectations and the demands of our family. She put her own desires aside to ensure that you had the freedom to pursue your career without any distractions. And now, after all these years, instead of showing gratitude and cherishing her sacrifices, you betray her with an affair?
Maria, it's not fair to blame me for your mother's change in attitude. Life happens, and people change.
I'm not blaming you solely, Dad, but I'm pointing out the role you played in her transformation. You were so engrossed in your career that you failed to notice her fading spirit, her diminishing hopes. You stopped seeing her as the vibrant woman she once was and started resenting her for not being the same carefree girl you fell in love with.
Maria, please forgive me. If I end things with Janice and make things right with your mother, can you promise me that you won't tell her about my affair? I don't want to break her heart and destroy our family.
Ross, I can't make that promise. Keeping such a huge secret from Mom would be unfair to her. She deserves to know the truth, no matter how painful it may be. This is not about protecting you or hiding your mistakes. It's about fighting for my mom's happiness and well-being.
But Maria, revealing the truth will devastate your mother. It will shatter her world and the trust she had in me. Can't you see that?
I do see that, Dad. I understand the consequences of telling her, but I also believe that honesty and transparency are crucial in any relationship. Mom deserves to know the truth so she can make informed decisions about her own life. Keeping this secret would only perpetuate the cycle of deception and prevent her from moving forward.
I'm begging you, Maria. Please, reconsider. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right. I'll end things with Janice and focus on rebuilding our family. Just give me a chance to fix this without hurting your mother any further.
Hey, is this Maria Smith's number? Ross's daughter? Well. Who's this eagerly messaging me? Isn't this Janice, my father's shameless mistress? I didn't come seeking a conversation with you, but it seems you couldn't resist reaching out to me yourself. How do you know who I am? Sweetie, I've been digging deep into your life for quite some time now. I know every little detail about you, from your phone number and home address to your parents and even information about your ex-lovers. I have all that knowledge in the palm of my hand. I just wanted to handle this situation peacefully before I'm forced to pay you a visit and show you the devastating consequences of wrecking someone else's family's happiness. Well, now that you know, I don't have to pretend anymore, right? That's right. I'm your father's lover, the one he truly loves, not your mother. Everything was going amazingly between us, and our love was undeniable. But suddenly, yesterday he bid me farewell, claiming it was because you had discovered our affair. So I'm texting you today to warn you not to interfere in my relationship with your dad. It's you and your mother who are tearing apart the happiness here. Oh, Janice, I didn't expect you to have the audacity to twist the truth like that. My mother is my father's legal wife, recognized by the law and everyone else. Unlike you. You're just a shameless woman, a disrespectful mistress. But let me remind you, you are never my father's first choice. He only turned to you in a moment of weakness and insanity. Marriage certificates? They're just useless pieces of paper. Who wants to sign them multiple times and still be unfulfilled? But don't forget, in matters of love, it's the unloved who truly destroy families. And guess who's the neglected cold one here? Your boring mother. Is that so? And you think you're better than my mother, acting all arrogant as if my father loves you? Of course. I am beautiful, talented, and have my own successful career. I know how to please men and make them bow down before me. Meanwhile, your mother is just a mundane housewife who doesn't earn a penny and has lost her attractiveness. Naturally, a smart and accomplished man will always choose a woman like me. Well, unless he's blind. Really? That's how you see yourself? But I don't see it that way, do I? You just have an average look, and it seems that cafe of yours wasn't built by your own efforts, but rather given to you by your ex-boyfriend, right? If you're so amazing, why don't you go find a successful single man to accompany you instead of an old man like my father? Ah, I see. Because successful men want virtuous women like my mother to marry. After all, no one wants to marry a promiscuous woman. You! How dare you insult me! I'll make sure Ross knows what you've been up to, and he'll make you regret crossing me. Regret? I'm not the one who should be feeling regret. If he truly loves you, why is he even considering leaving you? Face the truth, little girl. I'm just trying to save you from yourself. Give up on destroying other people's family happiness and go find a man of your own. You'll never be able to compete with my mother because I'll always fight for her, and my father won't give up on this family either. All your efforts are in vain. No way! Ross said he loved me. He promised me a diamond ring, and we had plans for the future. If he leaves me now, won't I lose my main source of income and that diamond ring? This can't be happening. I've endured so much for him for the past 6 months, and this is how it ends? So you don't actually have feelings for my father? You're just using him as a means to gain money, like the men before him. But let me enlighten you. All of my father's assets, including the house and the car, are under my name. So if he divorces my mother, you won't get a dime either. You. Why didn't you tell me this earlier? Oh no. Wait. I have an idea. Don't you want me to leave your father? Let's make a deal together. A deal? Exactly. If you give me $300,000, I will disappear completely. I'll never show up in front of your father again. You can keep the husband for your mother, and I'll have enough money to start fresh somewhere else. It's a fair deal, don't you think? Well, that sounds interesting, but actually, I have an even more intriguing proposition. Huh? What are you talking about? While I've been keeping a close eye on you and my father, I've gone beyond hiring a private detective. I've dug up every bit of dirt on you, your past, and your wicked ways. I have evidence of every family you've destroyed, every heart you've shattered. If you don't agree to disappear immediately, I'll expose you to the world. I'll make sure every person you've hurt knows exactly where to find you, and they'll come knocking at your door, seeking their revenge. This can't be happening! You can't ruin everything I've worked for! You should have thought about the consequences before you decided to ruin other people's lives. Now the tables have turned. You have a choice to make, Janice. Disappear from our lives, never to be seen again, or face the wrath of those you've harmed. The clock is ticking. All right, Maria. I accept your terms. I leave and never bother your family again. But I have one condition. What condition? Promise me that you will never reveal any information about me. My identity, my past, everything. I want to disappear completely and start afresh. Can you promise me that? Fine, I promise. I won't reveal any information about you. You won't hear from me again. I'll vanish from your lives, just as you wished.
Maria, please, I need your help. Your mother wants a divorce, and I don't know what to do. She won't even listen to me anymore. Can you talk to her and try to convince her to give our marriage another chance?
Dad, this is a difficult situation, and I understand that you're hurting, but you need to understand that this is the result of years of neglect and betrayal. I can't simply ask Mom to change her mind. She deserves happiness and respect, just like anyone else.
I know I've made mistakes, Maria, and I deeply regret them. But I still love your mother, and I want to make things right. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to save our marriage. Maria, I know you're close to your mother, and I appreciate your support. But I'm desperate to save our marriage. I don't want to lose your mother and break up our family.
She deserves to be in a relationship where she feels valued and respected. If she's reached the point of wanting a divorce, it's likely because she has thought it through and believes it's the best decision for her.
Maria, I miss the way things used to be between us, as a happy family. I want to go back to the old days where we were all together and everything felt right. Can't we work towards that?
Dad, I understand you're longing for the past, but it's essential to accept that we can't go back to exactly how things were before. Our family has experienced significant changes, and we can't ignore the challenges and issues that have led us to this point.
Maria, I can't help but feel desperate in this situation. I'm deeply sorry for the pain I've caused both you and your mother. I never wanted things to turn out like this, and I regret my actions. Please know that I'm truly sorry.
Dad, I understand that you're feeling desperate and remorseful right now. It takes courage to acknowledge your mistakes and apologize. But it's important to remember that apologies alone cannot undo the past or heal the wounds that have been inflicted.
I know, Maria. I know that saying sorry isn't enough. But I want you and your mother to know how sincerely remorseful I am. I never intended to hurt either of you. and I deeply regret my choices.
Dad, I want you to understand something. While you may no longer be Mom's husband, you will always be my father. Our bond as father and daughter is separate from your relationship with Mom. Despite the difficulties we're facing, I will always cherish and value our connection.
Maria, I'm grateful to hear you say that. It means the world to me. I know I've let you and Mom down, but I want you to know that I will always be here for you as your dad. Our relationship is something I deeply treasure.
With the divorce now finalized, my parents begin their separate journeys in life. My father moves out and throws himself entirely into his work, clinging to the hope that one day my mother will find it in her heart to forgive him and they can rebuild what once was a strong family. Despite the distance between them, he still makes a point to visit me every month, maintaining a connection that runs deeper than the challenges they faced. On the other hand, my mother embraces the newfound freedom that comes with the end of her marriage. She seizes the opportunity to pursue her lifelong dream of traveling the world, a dream that had been put on hold for far too long. With my unwavering support and encouragement, she sets off on an incredible journey of self-discovery and adventure. I witness the transformation in my mother as she immerses herself in different cultures, embraces breathtaking landscapes, and creates cherished memories along the way. Her joy and fulfillment become contagious, and I couldn't be happier for her. Seeing her dreams unfold and witnessing the radiance in her eyes fills my own heart with a profound sense of fulfillment. Although the path ahead may be different from what we once envisioned as a family, we find solace in knowing that happiness can still be found in the pursuit of individual dreams. As I continue to support both my parents in their separate endeavors, I hold on to the belief that life has a way of weaving unexpected connections and second chances. And about Janice. A little bird told me that as Janice continues her destructive path of breaking up families, her actions eventually catch up with her. The universe, in its own mysterious way, brings consequences for her behavior. One fateful day, she becomes involved with the wrong person, someone who refuses to tolerate her manipulative and deceitful ways. This man's wife happens to be a skilled boxer with a black belt in karate, and it seems that Janice has finally met her match in more ways than one. It appears she has been on the receiving end of some powerful punches and kicks from someone who knows how to defend herself.